Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and good evening, and welcome to the H.C. Crittenden Moving Up ceremony. I would like to begin by thanking the Board of Education, who we have two members here tonight, Mr. Scott Levy and Mr. Mike Sanders, who are also here to celebrate their own children's Moving Up ceremony, Dr. Carlton Ecker and Ms. Lappel for their support and encouragement throughout the school year. I would also like to thank Dr. Lamia, our superintendent, who could not be here tonight as she is at her own son's high school graduation. At this time, I would like to ask our faculty to please stand and receive a well-deserved round of applause for their support of our eighth graders. appreciate it. So let me start by saying that this is a special night for me as well, since you are my first class of students moving up to the high school. Pretty soon, you will be entering what Dr. Lamia called the fourth chapter of your life by entering high school. You will have more decisions to make about the classes you will be taking, the sports that you want to play, and the relationships that you want to build in this next chapter of your life. Growth is never an easy process. I'm sure that every person in this room can attest to the uneasiness that comes with the unknown of growing up. Whether it's learning how to walk or talk, learning how to read or write, or learning how to be a good friend, growth and change is never an easy process. Last year, I made the decision to become the assistant principal, and that was a tough decision for me to make. Leaving something that I love doing, teaching, for something that was strange and unknown. As you enter the strange and unknown universe of the high school, I'd like to share with you the lessons that I learned so that your growth and transition can be easier. Lesson number 1, challenge yourself to look at obstacles as challenges to get around, go over, or to just break through, so that you too can get to the next level. Always believe in your power, your drive, your determination. I'm sure that most of you started 8th grade with angst and anxiety, but take a moment right now to look at what your perseverance, strength, and character, to look at where your perseverance, strength, and character has landed you. Believe in yourselves. Lesson number 2, open your mind to the infinite possibilities. Start thinking of old problems in new ways. We are counting on you as the next leaders of the next generation to be able to solve issues and problems we have yet to know or discover. Work collaboratively to build on each other's strengths to come up with new solutions. And lesson number 3, ask for help when you need it. Back in January, we had Jared Campbell right here on this stage come speak to us about finding your fog line. Remember that this is a person that you can go to for advice or simply someone to talk to. Someone who will help guide you when you seem lost. Don't forget to have someone in your life to share ideas with and someone who you can go to. And sometimes I hear that the people out here in this audience make great followings. Right? You may not think it now, but I'm pretty sure in a couple of years, you will rely heavily on your parents, and you'll come to realize that they are great people to give advice and to listen to. So congratulations to all of my friends and journeymen who are leaving us after 3 years. This past year, I've seen you make many good decisions. We all know what you were capable of. As you move through the different chapters in your life, remember to always be kind, inclusive, and respectful in whatever you do. Continue your good work, continue to make us proud, and tonight we celebrate all. And now, I introduce you to Deputy Superintendent Byram, Dr. Tim.
Hello, good evening, and I welcome our parents, grandparents, and any other family members who are here of our students this evening. And I also want to welcome our Board of Education members, my fellow administrators, and especially the teachers of our students. Congratulations to these students who are 9/13 the way through their Byram Hills experience, said by a former math teacher. So, it means that these young adults have learned about 69% of everything they're going to learn in their K-12 education. That is, if learning was linearly correlated to time. But it is not. Researchers Kozis and Posner note that performance almost always dips when we first learn something new. Think of when you first learned to ride that bike, or when you first learned to code your robot to make a 90-degree turn. You cannot perform well at first. That is why we call it a learning curve, not a learning line. It's how we behave during this learning curve that makes the difference. Do we get frustrated, anxious, Panic? Maybe. But then what do we do? Do we quit? Or do we climb back on that bike and keep trying? I know that the final 4 years at Byram Hills High School will offer infinitely many learning opportunities for both our students and for our parents. So, there will be a learning curve, and that's okay. So to help you get back on the bike when you are learning something new, let me offer 3 suggestions, which come from some very recent research. This new study from the Institute for Social Research looks at the happiness and life satisfaction of teenagers in 48 countries. First, teenagers are happier when they are kind and helpful to one another. Everyone stumbles at some point when encountering something new. Just know you are not alone. Seek help when that happens and help others. Second, students are happier when given autonomy. That is, when they have some sense of control over their lives. Now, your parents are not going to give you control over your life in any way, let's be honest. But allowing teenagers to make decisions at times, which includes making mistakes, will ultimately lead to happy children. And finally, the researchers note that teenagers need positive interactions, both in and out of school and with peers as well as adults. This finding is important as you enter high school. Be certain to find partners to work with and work as a team. And seek out your teachers for help. Connecting with even one teacher, someone who you trust, someone who will care about your academic, social, and emotional well-being, will enrich your happiness as you navigate the high school years. So congratulations on moving up. Enjoy your summer vacation so you are prepared for life satisfaction in the remaining 31% of your Byram Hills career. So thank you.
The class of 2022 would like to recognize Ms. Perfetto for all her hard work, dedication, and commitment to the wellness of our students this year. We would like to thank you for being there for us in good times and successes and struggle and hardships.
Your contagious smile makes all the students happy and feel like they belong. Whether it be an issue in school or at home, you are always available to get us through any obstacles. We will miss you greatly, Ms. Perfetto. Thank you again for everything.
Mr. Ancona, we greatly appreciate your commitment and dedication to the 8th grade class.
Even though this is your first year as vice principal, it seems as though you've been running our school forever.
You have taken after Ms. Lappel as vice principal and truly did amazing.
You made our 8th grade experience 100 times better.
We would love to present you with this gift of appreciation and wish you an amazing journey as HCC's vice principal for years to come.
The class of 2022 would like to thank Ms. Lappel for all the hard work and commitment that she has put into this class in her years of being in the school. Even though it was her first year as principal at the school, she made a difference in all of our lives. She sincerely cares about all of the students and faculty who walk through the doors of this school. Mrs. Lappel always supports every student as they strive for their dreams. From the class of 2022, we would like to thank you for all the hard work you put into our learning.
Good evening and welcome to our Board of Trustees, Dr. Kaltenecker, our Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Walsh, our high school principal, esteemed faculty, parents, and friends. Congratulations to the 8th grade class of 2018. I look at these young men and women and I think everyone would agree that this is a very special group of learners. I actually think that we were very fortunate in our first year as the administration to have you leading with us this year, so thank you. So as a group, you are kind. As one teacher noted to me, this has been the nicest and most cooperative group. They all help each other to do better. Another teacher noted, they look out for one another and really try to give each other a helping hand. You've been positive leaders and role models in our school. Game changers at HCC. We entrusted you with more responsibilities and classes in the past, such as a new cell phone policy for our overnight trips, and even a more relaxed dress code. Yes, believe it or not, it was more relaxed. And you didn't let us down, not once. Through your involvement, we introduced the Loop, we renovated the cafeteria, we raised record money for guiding eyes for the blind and Rett syndrome, and through your leadership, our school community was able to meaningfully express their thoughts and participate in a student sit-in on March 14th. You are talented and you are driven. Your academic achievements are notable, so let me share a few. This class achieved an average of a 97% on the Earth Science Regents. That's the highest average of the decade. You created 54 meaningful capstone projects inspired to find new solutions to better our community. You achieved an average of a 93 on the Algebra 1 Regents. You blew us away through your unique, modern interpretation and performance of Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream. You were the first group who participated in the NYSSMA contest, or festival, achieving a silver in choir for 2 years and a gold in orchestra. 21 8th grade band members performed at the NYSSMA Solo Ensemble Festival, earning outstanding or excellent ratings. 12 of our French students placed in the top 10% nationally in the National French Exam, 100% passed the 8th grade Social Studies Final, and student athletes were members of undefeated modified teams and members of varsity teams who had sectional success. Ask any of your teachers from 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, and they will tell you how impressed they are with your work ethic and your intensity, regardless of the classes that you took or the grades that you earned. Most importantly, they speak of your empathy and of your kindness. A faculty member summed it up most accurately, saying, "These students have proven to be la creme de la creme, the best of the best." We all agree that you have met the benchmarks that comprise a successful middle school student. Now what? How do you build on this success as you embark on the journey that is high school? This leads me to my main and final point. You probably already know this, but this time is as good as any to remind you that it takes hard work, persistence, empathy, and sometimes setbacks to attain all that you already have, and even more of those traits and experiences as you get to where you want to go. Don't fall into the trap where you think successful people have an innate talent that allows you to stand apart. That just isn't true. We know from Malcolm Gladwell that your hard work and practice, 10,000 hours of practice, will help you be successful. But we also know from recent research is that it is critical that we take risks and in turn that we make mistakes. Those mistakes create new pathways in our brain for more sustainable learning. Those mistakes foster creativity and they propel our minds to grow immeasurably. So, as you go through your high school career, step out of your comfort zone regularly. Celebrate your imperfection. Feel comfortable being wrong. It sounds very simple, but it isn't. Play with ideas without judging them or judging others. And most importantly, don't let the fear of failure stop you. Ironically, it's those risky attempts where you fail that ensures your future success. Your family at HCC will always believe in you, but what is most important is that you believe in yourself and know that you are capable of doing anything. Mr. Walsh, this class, the HCC Middle School Class of 2018, has successfully completed the approved curriculum and, having met the necessary requirement for promotion, is entitled to admission to Byram Hills High School. Mr. Walsh, it is with my great pleasure and distinct honor that I present to you the Byram Hills High School graduating class of 2022.
Thank you, Ms. Lava. Thank Mr. Ancona. I was just sitting over on the corner of the stage and trying not to fall off. There's a metaphor in there somewhere from high school. Just reflecting back on my own middle school moving up ceremony. And it was 8th grade where I went, George Fisher Middle School, Carmel, New York. I was 4'11". June of 1987, during the height of the Miami Vice craze. So I was fully decked out in a really fresh all-white suit, no tie. And my best friend, Kevin Feary, was our class president and had to speak at our ceremony. And I remember making a promise to myself that I would never ever speak at a middle school graduation. And I was able to do that until last year. And so never say never. So Ms. Lappel, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and student body at Byram Hills High School, it's my distinct pleasure to accept and welcome this class as the Byram Hills High School class of 2022. Thank you to the teachers and staff of H.C. Crittenden for their tireless dedication and commitment to the students on stage this evening. I'm confident that these students will enter the high school ready to meet all of the new challenges that face them. 4 years from now, you'll be gathered with your classmates at SUNY Purchase on the stage, ready to graduate and enter the real world. I guarantee that it will go much faster than you will ever believe, especially this summer. This summer will go by in the blink of an eye, and before you know it, September 4th will be there, and you'll be coming into the building at Byram Hills High School. So my hope is that you're going to take all the advantages of all the opportunities that the high school has to offer over the next 4 years. Get involved, build quality relationships, take risks, get out of your comfort zone, but also be good to yourself. Realize that your experience in those 4 years is not just about getting to the next phase of your life. It's about becoming a quality human being. So the faculty and staff are extremely excited about your arrival on September 4th, and we've already been making plans for your first day, including a total new renovation of the theater. So Ms. Lappel, Mr. Ancona, and Ms. Perfetto, they have given me a really great review of all of your accomplishments. They noted academic excellence, extracurricular participation, and student leadership as highlights of your activities here at school. Your development is going to continue at the high school, and I'm extremely confident that you're all ready to exceed our high standards and to meet our expectations. So again, please have a wonderful summer, and we're looking forward to seeing you on September 4th. Ms. Lappel, the faculty, staff, and student body of the high school enthusiastically accept and welcome the class of 2022 with open arms. Welcome to Byram Hills.
And now it's time to identify these wonderful scholars. Luke Abruzzese. Olivia Adio. James Adelbert. Anthony Agostino. Leah Aldea Lustig. John Aldis. Lorenzo Amorosino, Alex Araki Cardula, Derek Araki Cardula, Morgan Aronsky, Lily Oster, Zoe Banco, Olivia Barry, Julia Barthelme, Aiden Berkman, Alex Berkman, Daniel Bernstein, Alexander Vizignano, Michael Vizignano, John Blackmar, Ella Block, Evan Phobos, Gabrielle Cohen, Jacqueline Cohen, Jared Cohen, Gabriella Colabello, Joseph Conte, Elizabeth Corelli, Alana Curley, Ethan Cushman, Gerard Dalton, Francesca Di Benedictus, Elizabeth Zietz, Talia Deutsch, Nicole DiPaolo, Benjamin Drivinger, Ross Eagle, Danielle Peter, Reese Hertel, Chloe Fang, Juliana Farrelly, Ella Fleischer, Owen Fleischer, Alana Foreman, Justin Fortuna, Danielle Friedman, Danielle Freeberg, Rebecca Frieden, Jacob Gaiman, Noel Gibson, Samantha Glusky, Brooke Golden, Ariel Goldman, Benjamin Goldman, Eliza Goldman, Jake Goldman, Aston Gonzalez, Allie Gordon, Samantha Gretsch, Sarah Gregorovich, Dylan Haber, Samuel Hadiano, Julia Hansberg, Harrison Hayward, Olivia Hazen, Brinton Higgins, Emily Hollander, Zachary Honig, Natasha Horowitz, Alicia Wang, Nathan Wang, Alexandra Ioffi, Madison Jakat, Ariana Jones, Jessica Kahn, Jamie Kaplan, Sarah Carroll, Owen Kenny, Alana Hirsch, Owen Kirkwood, Anthony Kozakowski, Gavin Couture, Joseph Kramer, Nicholas Kramer, Abigail Krupa, Lucy Quickton, William LaPeruta, Antonio Latella, Noah Lefkowitz, Rex Lengiel, Jacob Levinson, Kate Levy, Sydney Levy, John Anthony Lucas, Nora Lowe, Julia Lupino, Sophia Maharis, Morgan Talbot. Chloe Talbot. Olivia Tedesco. George Treibenbacher. Luke Balsich. Deborah Varghese. Sebastian Vasquez. Mariana Bataj. Nicoletta Bataj. Vincent Milano. George Villas. Alexandra Weiss. Evan Weiss. Hayden Weiss. Jesse Wild. Ethan Rowland. Jaden Berg. Abigail Yallow. Alex Yallow. Mila Zaks. Jane Zeltner. Anthony Zephyri. Ryan Jang. Stella Jang. Ladies and gentlemen, the HC Crittenden class of 2018. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll just sit back and enjoy the video montage.
I wanna leave my footprints on the sands of time. Know there was something that meant something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. Leave something to remember so they won't forget I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I wanna say I lived each day until I die, and know that I meant something in somebody's life.
job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. You're still in bed at 10 and work again at 8. You burned your breakfast so far, things are going great. Your mother warned you there'd be days like these, but she didn't tell you when the world was brought you down to your knees. And I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. No one could ever know me, no one could ever see me. Seems you're the only one who knows what it's like to be me. Someone to face the day with, make it through all of the rest with. Someone I always laugh with, even at my worst, my best with you. Yeah. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. It ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle, and sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on
Thank you.